Hello there. To keep this intro short, today we are gonna take a look at a few upcoming projects, which will be on Solana, Cardano and Ethereum to cover everything. Everything I will mention in this video will be obviously in the description down below, so take a few minutes and use 2 or 3 of your brain cells and do your own research, because as always, this is no financial advice. With that said, let's jump right into the first project, which will be the Dhevas Neon Evolution, with a supply of 666 supply of Dhevas Neon Evolution. 3333 will be pre-sold mid of November. Characters are inspired by mythical gods, but we wanted to give Dhevas a modern futuristic spin to the characters' 5 traits. Dhevas, Jack, Gada, Naga and Hanuman. Their rarity increases down the list respectively. This project will explore the metaverse space and work on cross-chain community building Dhevas for all, which is a pretty cool concept because cross-chain is something that will change the entire NFT space forever. So here are some Dhevas. You can have them in different skin colors like green, red, blue, green-ish, normal skin color-ish, light blue, darker blue. You can have them with different clothing, different hats, different hair, the usual, but you can also have one with a sword and one with a freaking hot pipe, and even one with a breath cold as ice. So you probably will find one for yourself. The roadmap of the Dhevas is pretty long, so let's take a look at just a couple of steps. So let's take a look at the moment we are right now. Well, technically it's a few days late, but for me living in Germany, in which we had a delay of more than 6 years, I don't actually remember how long it was, to finish the new airport next to Berlin, I am quite used to this. So let's just hope the Dhevas will not need 6 years as well. The first step is to launch the website, finalize the Neon Evolution 2, reveal the pixel art, airdrop something for burners, and reveal custom Neon and reveal the custom Dhevas. 1 month later, we begin the Dhevas Chronicle comic series, which is a pretty cool thing, because having your own characters in a comic, I don't know, I just like the idea, I think. Very important, the Dhevas will have their public mint on the 2nd December 15 UTC, and a lot of other stuff coming this month. In January 2022, they are planning to do a community building on Polygon and Ethereum, even though this is a Solana project. So they are working on the cross-chain stuff pretty early, because the project will be 3 months old then. Following up from this, there will be coming a lot more art and a lot more comics. But this will not only take place on Solana, but also on Ethereum. Also there will be some airdrops, some DAOs, and a lot more development to come. Below the roadmap you can find the FAQ, in which everything you might ask yourself right now is answered pretty well. So if you are interested in this project, check out their Twitter, check out their Discord. Links for those will be in the description down below. So the next project I want to talk about is Foodies. Welcome to Foodie Town. At the first glance, you might see this guy with a face out of rice, looking like Mario with pork chop hair, and asking yourself, I am vegan, I can't buy this guy. Well, then consider buying this one here. Face out of noodles, eyes out of olives, and some pretty hair out of hot dog buns. But what is Foodies? Have a taste of novelty, only at Foodies. Food is something that connects us universally. Perhaps it has to do with how we need it to live, but perhaps it can be for much more than survival. Here at Foodies we bring food to life. Infused into pieces of art as NFTs, each foodie is an esteemed member of Foodie Town, a bustling hub with a variety of hotspots and activities such as foodie kitchen, foodie parties and foodie wars. These features will be implemented on the Cardano blockchain, where owning a foodie will grant you access to Foodie Town and lots more. The launch of the Foodies will be on the 16th of December at 4 PM UTC, as you can see in this pretty annoying banner. So let's scroll a little bit down so it isn't that annoying anymore. This foodie lounge compromises 10,000 uniquely cooked individuals made of real edible food ingredients, with more than 100 trades over 8 categories, randomly distributed according to predetermined rarities, you can be sure that each foodie is like no other. Every foodie has traits that represents ingredients from popular cuisines around the world. Visually stunning and deliciously prepared, each foodie embodies the spirit of love, diversity and appreciation of food. Some lucky foodies even have special backgrounds which represent popular global landmarks. Do hover to have a sneak peek below. So let's take a look at those. So first of all, you got the Forbidden City in China. Then you can get the Colosseum in Italy, which looks pretty disgusting, but who am I to judge? Then you get the Kinakuji from Japan and the Statue of Liberty from the United States. But even more important than the art is the team behind and the ideas they have. So first of all, they are trying to build a vibrant, sustainable community. Also, they are trying to make a difference by donating a few percent of the income to fight starvation across the globe and build up their ecosystem to not only fight starvation but also help the people invested into this project to improve their overall well-being and financial situation. Besides these two very important things, we also shouldn't forget the appreciation of culture and cuisine, because nevertheless we are looking at food pictures. Here they have a lot of things planned for the community to do. Just to mention a few, some planned foodie parties and the weekly Foodie of the Week. Just to explain it really quick, Foodie of the Week is a competition in which foodie owners can send in pictures of the food they made and are able to be chosen as the Foodie of the Week, for which they will get, I think, 10 or 20 ADA just by sending in this picture, which isn't a lot, but just to send in a picture of the food you probably would eat anyways. It's a pretty easy way to get some extra money, even if it's not the word, but nevertheless it's money. Just to finish this up, let's take a quick look at the FAQ, which is done in a pretty great way, I think, because you have the question right on top and the quick answer. If you don't want to read the entire text, you can just look for the bold text. So, when will the mint happen? 16th December, 4 PM UTC. So, if you are like me and you are a lazy person, this is nicely done for people like us. The next project I want to talk about are the Apes on Dragons, which is also a Solana project, and here you can see a sneak peek of the NFT, which, as the name suggests, are apes on dragons, for which you can have separate traits, like you can have a naked ape, a golden ape, an ape with dreadlocks, a skeleton ape, an astronaut ape, a Naruto ape, everything you can imagine. But also you can have different kinds of dragons, and as you can see if you take a closer look, the ape is not always standing on the same part of the dragon. Sometimes it is on the back, sometimes the ape stands on his head, which I think will be a pretty rare trait, because in the sneak peek there's only one picture showing the ape standing on the head of the dragon. On the 26th of November there will be the whitelist sale for 0.33 Sol. The public sale will then be at the 27th of November at 8 PM UTC. And the price will be to announced, but I think, as most other projects do, it will be around twice as much as the whitelist price, so like 0.66 Solana. If you are interested in this project, you might even be able to register for the whitelist, so you might be able to mint for 0.33 Sol one day before most of the others will be able to mint. But keep in mind though, there are only 400 NFTs for the whitelist sale, so there will be like 1,000 left for the public sale, so no one will get left behind. Let's take a look at their roadmap. So in phase 1 there will be the Twitter, Discord, YouTube and Instagram marketing. Then in phase 1.1 there will be the Solana party, which already happened sadly. Then in phase 2 is the whitelist and public sale, which we are waiting for right now. Then in phase 3 we will have the secondary market open, which will be Magic Eden and Digital Eyes, which I'm not a big fan of, because I don't like it if there's more than one secondary market, because this makes people to buy on the one which is lower and sell it on the one which is higher. And it confuses me because I have to check on both markets if the apes or the NFT in general I am looking for is on sale right now. Next up in phase 4 will be the investments and marketings. So 10% of all projects' income will be given to marketing, such as YouTube marketing videos. 10% of the project's income will be invested for further developing, such as staking, and 50% of all royalties are used to swipe the floor, which will probably make the floor pretty high, I suggest. And finally, in phase 5 starts the DAO. We stay in contact with our community, discussing further steps, merchandise products, a little Nintendo style game, staking, new second collections with staking, sending 2 of our best members to Maldives, which is a pretty cool way to reward the community by having a game to play, earning by staking, and being able to win a trip to a pretty nice vacation. Down below we have the roadmap, which shows a lot of questions we already answered just by reading through the informations given up top. But I just noticed right now, you can also win an iPhone 12. So let's check how to win an iPhone 12. So we have 2 AOD NFTs in this collection with an ape holding an iPhone in his hand. So you just need to get lucky with a chance of 1 in 777 to win an iPhone, which the odds aren't that bad, I think. 1 in 777 is pretty good. And below the FAQ is the doxed team. So first we have AP John, which is the develop and travel high-speed worker. Then we have Drape, the manage and chill 24-hour worker. And lastly, Santiago, which is the artist and creative, knows every pixel. So even if you forget that you own a AOD, he will remember because he knows every pixel of this NFT. So these were the few projects that sparked my interest this week. If you are interested in one of these projects as well, please use a couple of your brain cells and do your own research. Because at the end of the day, you are an adult and you are responsible for your decisions. With that said, I'll see you in the next video and have a nice rest of your day.